Hello and welcome to Blackboard Basics Lesson 2. Today we're going to discuss course documents and the discussion boards tab. These two documents or these two tabs are very important to know, and I want to go through some of the basics to get you started. So the course documents tab, as you can see, we're in there. In this you'll find everything you need each week to give you and tell you about the resources you need to read, the assignments you need to turn in, discussion questions you need to respond to, etc. So whenever you go into your course, each week opens up as it evolves during the regular calendar. So what I mean by that is you can't open up week 3 during week 1. So you have to go in chronological order to keep the course moving and to keep it on schedule. So let's drill down here and see what you can find under course documents. This is week 1. Gives you a basic little syllabus here. It gives you an overview and objectives, so you see your objectives by the end of the week. You're going to be able to do such and such. You have required readings, and it tells you what pages to read, so all these chapters and the different page numbers that you need to read. And assignments. And you are to introduce yourself in the student lounge and give a little bit of background on yourself, your professional experiences, and you can read through that, how to do that. And then you have a discussion board, which in this particular course, you're supposed to respond by day 3 and finish it up on day 6 through day 6 with responding to 2 other students in a final reflection on day 7, which is Sunday. So the week goes from Monday to Sunday in Blackboard and at Kindle. So day 3 would be Wednesday. Day 6 would be Saturday, and then day 7 would be Sunday. That's when everything is due. That's when the assignments are mostly due. So we go, unless noted by your instructor. So we go to the discussion board, and it gives you a lot to think about. So ideally, you're not to post till Wednesday because you have a lot of reading to do, and you're going to learn. I would suggest starting by looking at what the questions are and maybe taking notes during your reading so you are on track and have a little bit of an easier time to write about Confucius, Plato, or Aristotle, or any other topic. And that's just a tip. Okay, so you have your prompt. Let's say you did your reading and you are ready to post to the discussion board. There are a couple ways to do it. One way, you can click right here and it'll take you to the discussion board. Or the other way is to click on discussion boards. And I believe since this is an old course, it's going to take us to week 10, which is fine because for our purposes, I just want to show you. So let's just say week 10 is the week we're in. Now, I've done my reading. I have my question that I'm going to respond to. First thing I do is click Create Thread. Let me do that again. I want to show you. I want to make sure you see that. Is Create Thread. And in this particular time, I am going to just put test. And then I'm going to put test 1. Okay, and then I go down, and as you can see, you have, just like in Microsoft Word or any other word programming software that you have all of these tools that you can use. So you can also browse your computer for an attachment if there's something you want to attach. Don't worry too much about content collection for right now. You can worry about that later. But let's submit that and see what happens. So I submitted it. Hey, there's Neil Green, and I have test. But let's say I have dinner or whatever. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, man, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't like what I said. I can go back, and I can edit it. And it popped. I clicked edit, and now I can change it. Okay, and I'll put, I like this much better. And I can submit or cancel. I'll just click submit. And as you can see, the updates are there. So the biggest thing that you're going to use in this tab are edits and the create thread to create your message. And I'm going to click OK. You always see that OK. So now it's in there. Now let's say your initial post is over on Wednesday. You made your post right here. And let's pretend you want to respond to a classmate. Let's say you're not me. Let's pretend you're somebody else and you want to reply to test 1. I like this much better. So you click reply. I'm going to cancel that again. Click reply. And I'm going to say something back like your post on test 1 is unclear, or whatever. I mean, you want to be respectful and mindful in how you respond to your classmates, but let's just say, can you give me more information? Yeah, right? That's a legitimate request, and mostly I just want to show you how to do this. So then you submit, and what happens is threads are formed. So now, whenever you go back in, you can click on it and see, okay, there's the original post, and there's the response. And that's how you respond to a classmate. And one thing that we try and say, get through to everybody is a substantive response. And what that means is, it is not okay to say, good job, or I really like your post, awesome. I mean, you can say that, and that's nice and everything, but you want to say why it's a good job. What part of the post specifically, I think I misspelled that, specifically stood out to you. Why did it stand out to you? Further questions, further comments, or questions. And that is a substantive post. That's what your instructor is going to be looking for. Things beyond good job, I really like your post, awesome. But moving towards more critical thinking of why, and those the 5 W questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And if you keep that in mind, you are on the right track. So this is a brief overview. The main goal was to introduce the course documents tab, which you'll use every week. And as you can see, you have everything you need to get set up and plan your week. This is where I suggest you start planning your week, because it tells you the assignments that are due, when they're due, all that information, okay? And it gives more specifics about it. And then whenever you're ready to do the discussion boards, you can click on discussion boards and head right in there and start creating. And the one thing is, you can't break your computer with this, so don't worry about that. What I mean is, it's okay if you make a mistake, you can delete it. And part of this process is learning how to do these things and use it, so we understand that. So I think you guys will do great, and thank you very much.